Hi everybody, it's your Patsy here, and I'm doing the reading for Aries, Sun, Moon, and Rising. This is your Akashic Tarot reading this month, and we are going to be using the Akashic Tarot by Sharon Ann Klinger and Sandra Ann Taylor. So, this was supposed to be a 5-position reading, and for some reason, you got 6. So, let's go forth and let's see what's happening, right? Bottom of the deck here is a 2 of scrolls. 2 worlds. I believe this is talking about feelings of nostalgia. Also about daydreaming. It's feeling comfortable, but also yearning for an adventure. Talks about home, but it also talks about foreign places. Travel, world travel. So I think that this is maybe talking about being torn between a yearning for an adventure, but not wanting to leave the comforts of your home. Being hesitant. Of what you'd leave behind. And all the work that you've put into things to create a comfortable home. But there's a part of you that's yearning to explore new places and meet new people and see the world. Set sail. Sometimes you feel like Cinderella. And you're just waiting for the prince to come, Anyway, that's what it said to me. So this is the energy at the heart of this reading for you. First card here, caught in the ruins. Again, this is talking about somebody who feels like they're stuck. Somebody that feels like they're trapped and they have no way out. All right, similar to the 8 of Swords. Caught in the ruins. What's left over after everything? After the tower moment? You're sitting there looking at each other like, now what? And now you think you're stuck? But you're not stuck. You can get out. You can climb out. You might have to help them out. They may have to help you out. Or you can, leave one or the other one in there by themselves. But it's not a hard place to escape. You just gotta want to do it. So I think this is talking about coming to a place in the relationship maybe that you don't know what else to do. Like you feel like you've done all you can, or you got nothing else to say. You're afraid of what would happen if you say what you really want to say. You feel like you're in prison, but you're not. As I said, those bars are not that tight. Either one of you could slip through there. And at the least, you could climb out of there. There's a branch right there you can grab onto. And if you wanted to, you could help each other out. One stand on the other's shoulders, and then the other one help lift them up. And maybe someone's thinking about leaving. Maybe that's the person that's caught between two worlds. Is that you, Aries? You or the person that you're involved with. This also could have to do with your business, you know. This could have to do with business. You could be ready to move on to increase your business, you know, or move to another business, a bigger business. You know, maybe you're small, like, you know, home-based operation or your mom and pop business. Maybe it's outgrown itself. Or maybe you got an offer from a bigger company to let them, you know, buy you out. And you have to make a decision about that. Because that involves a lot of money. It's an opportunity, but this business has been in your family a while. But you could take the money and see the world. And not have to look back. What would your family want you to do? Would they want you to just go ahead and take the money and run and enjoy the rest of your life? See the world? Have adventures? Or would they want you to keep it and continue to hold on to it for another generation? I guess that depends on whether or not there's another generation coming. And are the people that you want to leave stuff to capable of handling it? Making decisions about your legacy. Oh, I keep going back to that. Caught in the ruins. This is about lack of communication also. Also talks about stepping back from something, taking a rest. Because it's 16 and 1 in 6 is 7. On the 7th day, God took a rest, right? So maybe this is talking about maybe taking a break from one another. If you're in a relationship. Or some kind of, family situation. Maybe everybody just needs to go to their corners for a little bit. But you're not stuck. You can get out of that if you need to, if you wish. The next card, 4 of Keys, clearing the way. So to me, this talks about unexpected obstacles that you come across, but your willingness to do the work that you need to do in order to open up your own paths. You've come a long way and you know the destination is right there. You can see it. That's where you want to be. Okay, so you're going to get rid of this last log and continue down your bright golden path. There's success at the end of here. At the end of this path. There's success here. I don't know what that was. That was some country stuff I just said at the end of here. People. Okay. Oh, yeah. Oh no, you want to get there. You've been looking forward to this for a long time. You're all ready, dressed up, and your best. Okay, so he has to take off his jacket and he has to pull out the hatchet. But he's gonna do that last little bit that is needed to get you where you need to go. Both of you. Or either of you. This is also talking about somebody waiting for somebody else to do the work. Someone just standing by and allowing someone else to do the hard work. Even though they both benefit from it. Only one person was doing the hard work. The other person was getting ready for the party. And still making sure that they stay well healed. Very important, the appearances, even though hard work is it's going to take some hard work to get past that. They're relying on you to take care of that work. They're relying on the other person. Someone is relying on the other person to do the work. To make the decisions about where this relationship is going. One person is just going to stand there and look pretty, while the other person is putting in the sweat. And not only does he have to cut down that tree, he has to make sure that he doesn't scare that horse. Because when he starts chopping on that log, that horse might get very uncomfortable and spook. And then he's got to make sure that she's protected. Just talking about a lot of responsibility. Someone with a lot of responsibilities, Aries. Is that you? Or are you putting a lot of responsibilities on someone else? Are you making someone else responsible for getting your happiness? Or creating a happy place for you? Or bringing you your dreams? Are you making that somebody else's job? Or putting too much pressure on someone? Or at least a lot of pressure on someone to make you happy? To get you where you're supposed to be? Okay. The next card here was the King of Forces. So this is royalty, right? Now, he's standing there with the stag deer, buck, the male deer with the antlers, right? And who looks very comfortable, kind of like the deer looks like he's kind of laying his nuzzling his nose in the king's, in the inside of the king's elbow. Then you have the little rabbit there and the wolf. Rabbit doesn't look concerned. The wolf is chilling. So everything around this king looks great and peaceful and comforting and protected, fun. But as you step past the trees, there's storms, all kinds of things going on. So this is someone who is protecting, who has created a protected, comfortable space, a protected, comfortable home for their family, for their friends, somewhere that was safe, a refuge from everything that was going on outside. a protection. And this king fought the battles. So that it could remain peaceful on their side. Tussled up into the woods away from everything, right? Surrounded by the trees and nature. But not far ahead is dangers. Dangers. Heartache. But there was some brightness that tried to peek through there at some point. Something. Some brightness. Something that was hot. Something. But it was far off in the distance or in the past. Like another lifetime. Something like it was out of space, out of time. And since then you've been living more secluded, away from all of that. Since that time. Okay. Interesting. Next card here was the Willow. The Two of Forces. This is about strength. This is a lot of strength and comfortability. It's about being in touch with nature too. The outdoors. The wind. The Two of Forces, the willow. So the willow tree doesn't look that strong, but actually it survives because it bends. It goes with the flow. It's rooted and it's strong, but it's not stubborn. It knows how to accommodate to get what they want. Or at least to compromise so it can remain standing. Being strong and gentle at the same time. So is this protective person strong and gentle at the same time? Is that what you've come to expect from them? Next card that came here for you was the Initiation and the Count Saint Germain and the Archangel Michael together. This is a 3. This is a 14. 1 and 4 is 5. This is about creativity. This is about communication. This is about opportunities and bringing a message peace, love. Something public. This is a 3. This is a 5. 3 and 5. Well, this is 14. 1 and 4 is 5. 3 and 5 is an 8. So this is divinity. Well, of course. Of course. This is being initiated to a council. This is, maybe you're thinking about being involved in politics, going in front of a court, joining an organization, a sorority. This is being prepared. This is being prepared for another level of spirituality. Not only to learn, but to teach. Sharing your experiences. These are women. These are women. 4 women. This could have been a man, but right this moment, I'm seeing this as 4 women for some reason. Saint Germain. Germain is a name that could be male or female. Always knew that, felt that. But this is a special initiation. It's a special society. I want to share that with you so you know just how important this is. Okay, here we go. Initiation and the Count Saint Germain. This card represents your initiation. It is more than a change or even a transformation. It's nothing less than your movement into higher revelations of power, insight, and achievement. The time is now. There may be some loss of lower vibration relationships. Jobs or activities may be some loss of lower vibration relationships. Jobs or activities may be required in order to lift you into the new heights and power that await you. Your initiation can be aided by meditation and study, as well as by connecting to the ascended masters with whom you have worked for centuries upon centuries. Know that you have shared purposes and activities with the masters, even if you aren't aware of what they are yet. The disciplines you create now during your initiation and the work you do with the masters will lift your service to the world and to all humankind. This is a time of enormous uplifting, first in your energy and evolution, then in your manifest outer reality. The power that you hold within will impact every part of your life. Okay, so the way is being cleared for you to make a deeper spiritual commitment. This is something that you contracted for before you got here. Let's look at Archangel Gabriel. Well, wait a minute. Last month, Aries, right? Bigger than the Super Bowl. So you had karmic completion. Okay, so this is telling us what's going on next. There are some of you out there who will be entering this realm of spirituality. Gabriel is the divine messenger, the archangel of communication. He comes with his trumpet and scroll, as well as 2 gentle sparrows, signifying powerful yet peaceful expression. On his chest he wears the crest of Mercury, the god of communication. This lovely angel carries the sacred words of truth into the world and brings them easily to you. When this card appears upright, it indicates a profound connection to this wonderful presence. Your power of expression is on the rise now. You will have an easier time communicating with others, expressing your feelings, and even working on projects involving communications, such as publishing, counseling, teaching, mediumship, journalism, marketing, radio, or television. Now is the time for any of these endeavors. No matter what you do, remember the power of words. Remember the power of words. Call on Gabriel to inspire you, and let yourself sing out. So I think this is about you doing some public speaking, okay? Preaching even. Carrying a message, something new. And you're going to be able to get a lot of attention. But this piggybacks on last month. You did get a reading that said you'd had a karmic completion, right? So you and Gemini was a couple of weeks before, maybe. But things are changing for you. Things are changing for you, even around your home. And you're going to be a leader. You're going to lead your family. Okay. So let's see what other messages we could get for you today. We're going to be using this new deck that I had acquired. And these are the Journey of Love cards. All right, and this is by Alana Fairchild Rasuli and Richard Cohn, Journey of Love. These are 70 oracle cards. They have beautiful artwork on them. And they are very, very wonderful messages. Okay, and believe me, these have already been... Okay. Archangel. I did shuffle these. Guardian of the Soul Family. Didn't I just say something about leading the family? It's number 26. 2 and 6 is 8. Again, infinity. So this is maybe saying that you are doing service for your ancestors, for your legacy, for your descendants. Your family's depending on you. But they always have, haven't they? They always have depended on you. And you've always been there for them. Been very strong, Aries. You're being drawn to kindred spirits in the physical world, by loving guardians in the spiritual world. So this is the two worlds, the physical world and the spiritual world. Your ancestors and your human family. If you feel that you're leaving relationships behind, don't be afraid. The space that such courageous action creates is sometimes necessary in order to have room for the new to enter your sphere of consciousness. You may also feel that somehow a relationship that seemed to be held back from you is now becoming available to you. There is a great soul love calling you into more intimate connection now. There is a great soul love calling you into more intimate connection now. It is sanctioned by the divine. It is a karmic destiny to fulfill. There is love that you are to experience in connection with particular souls determined by a divine plan. If you are struggling to feel the soul purpose in your current relationships, take heart, for you are being helped by divine guardians who understand and support the sacred purpose of your relationships. Be open to current relationships healing, whatever that means. Improved communication, enriched experiences, or the realization that you have traveled as far as you can together. And know that new relationships are going to be an important aspect of your spiritual destiny being fulfilled. Trust in the divine timing of your life and open your heart to the guardians who help you with unconditional love right now. The guidance of this oracle for you is that relationship healing is taking place in present relationships that are unfolding, in attracting the right relationships for your future growth, and in leaving behind relationships of the past with a peaceful heart. Be gentle with your heart, beloved. All is well. And then there's a poem. When I open my heart, you cover me with a blanket of love and warm the silence with your caress. Words unspoken say it all, as we become more than we are alone. So you're going to be making decisions about your relationships. And you're going to try to reach an understanding and find out what was the lesson that you were to learn from this relationship, good or bad, whether you continue with it or not. What were you supposed to learn? What was your partner supposed to learn? Did you learn it? Did you try? Is it too late to learn? Is it ever too late? Right? Where there's life, there's hope. And there's always life. Because we are spiritual beings living a human existence. Lessons are going to be learned on this side and on the next side. And this D, the next D, whatever D, 3D, 5D, 4D, I don't know, whatever. But we're always learning and evolving. And sometimes we come back, and sometimes we don't. Or sometimes we don't come back right away. Sometimes we come back the next day, the next week. Who knows? So it's never too late to learn. Never. Never too late to tell the truth. Your loved ones always hear you. It's never too late to say I'm sorry. Never. Somebody wanted to hear that. Okay. Or someone needed to hear that. Someone's ancestors wanted me to say that to them. It's never too late to say you're sorry. All right. Let's see if we can get some further guidance from the Conscious Spirit Oracle deck. And that is by Kim Dwyer. Aries, I want to thank you all so much. You had excellent viewership last month, and just thank everybody for your likes, your shares, and your comments. I really do appreciate it. So my Instant Go app is up and running as of today, they said, and you can text me a question and I'll get right back to you as soon as I can. And it'll just be one question and one answer. And for now, it'll be a text message. But depending on what I'm doing, some days it might even be a video message. You know, like we would have a, you know, like a Uvu chat or messenger chat or something like that. A live chat on Instant Go. So I'll put a link to Instago in the description of this video. So, any messages for Aries, Sun, Moon, and Rising for the month of April 2018? Anything that they need to know? Oh, oh my goodness. Let's see how many there is. I wanted to clarify 2 worlds. All right, let's see what's happening. Root chakra. I have everything I need to survive and grow on the physical plane. This is about being satisfied in your heart and in your soul. Love. Being at peace with who you are, with your sensuality, your sexuality. This is a fire sign, and that's who you are, Aries. Fire, right? Yeah. And this is 5. This is about creativity. You have something creative that you feel in your soul that you want to share. A destination, a place that you want to be. And a love that you want to embrace. Something is stirring your soul. But it's comfortable. And you know that it's going to take care of you. It's going to give you all you need. All right, we got, meditation. Meditate daily to allow universal wisdom to flow through me. Meditation. This is a 2. Focusing on messages. Focusing on enhancing your intuition. Finding ways to meditate. Finding ways to clear your aura, negativity. You want to be able to center yourself. There are messages that you need to get, and you can't do it unless you find a way to allow yourself to be a channel, to allow. You have to find time to meditate. This is a practice. This is what's going to help you as you're going on this journey here. Meditation is going to become very important. And again, meditation can be music. It can be art. It could be coloring. It could be focusing. It could be yoga. It could be a walk in nature. It could be in the tub, in the nice warm bath with some bubbles and some candles. It can be just shuffling some oracle cards or some tarot cards. Embroidery. I just heard embroidery. Yeah, embroidery. Yep, because you're focusing on what you're doing. Writing poetry, speech writing. Songs. Writing songs. Very creative, Aries. You're very creative. Writing songs. And singing and performing. Podcasts, radio broadcasts. Crafts, art. Leather. All of that. Things that will take that you will focus on. That takes you to a happy place where you're focused somewhere. That's just your place in your head. Cooking. Yeah. Creating something. Something that you love. Create something that you love, Aries. Create something that you love. That's your meditation. And then share it. But make sure you feel it. Don't put out anything that's not heartfelt. I invite Archangel Raphael to bring healing and knowledge to my life. So, we have Archangel Raphael and we have Archangel Gabriel. My goodness. And we have Count Saint Germain. A lot of people looking out for you here. Aries, what's going on? That's because you got work to do. You are the guardian of the soul family. They have been waiting for you to get here so that they can heal you and bring more knowledge to you. Knowledge that you'll be sharing. Teaching. Find your bliss. This is going to be your bliss. This is going to make you happy. I am following a path that I love and I'm fully aligned with my soul's purpose. I have to do this. I'm being drawn to 2 of Scrolls. All right, I need to get comfortable for this one, I think. Let's see. This was just the bottom of the deck for this reading, but I keep being drawn to it. So I'm going to read it because somebody needs to hear it, right? 2 of Scrolls. Get comfortable. All right. Surrounded by a spinning wheel and baskets of wool, a beautiful woman, worried and tired, gazes at the embers in the fireplace. She has worked hard at her spinning for the coins that are gathered on the table. right here. Little coins. The expanse, let me see, bring it closer to you so you can see it better while I narrate. Okay. Surrounded by a spinning wheel and baskets of wool, a beautiful woman, worried and tired, gazes at the embers in the fireplace. She has worked hard at her spinning for the coins that are gathered on the table. The expansive window behind her looks out into a Buddhist monastery high in the mountains. When you receive this card, there's a conflict in your life between what the outer world requires of you and how your own spirit directs you. You actually may have had a number of past lives where you wanted to focus on your spiritual growth and therefore joined a monastery to do so. It could be a convent, it could be a monastery. If you're a woman in this life, you could have been a man in the other life, or vice versa, or you could have always been a woman, or you could have always been a man. Then, missing the wonders of that the secular world could offer, such as love and family and financial success, you chose the secular world exclusively in your next incarnation. That's this one now. Yet, this didn't offer the spiritual focus that you also sought. Because of this, it's likely that you bounce back and forth from the monastic to the personal in a number of incarnations and through a number of different faiths. Okay, so it's saying that when you didn't get the satisfaction that you wanted to get from living a secluded religious monastic life, and so you chose in the next life to do it the regular secular way with family and loved ones. You've been bouncing back and forth, and sometimes you repeat the same one over and over. But you've experienced different faiths through these incarnations. So you become kind of an expert. That's why you are going to be part of this council, because you have experienced all of these different spiritual paths. North, south, east, and west. You are now again experiencing a polarity between a fully self-realized spiritual experience and personal success in your day-to-day life. It often feels as if you have to let one go in order to embrace the other. This push-pull will continue until you learn to bring your spiritual self to every situation in your life. It's time to replace worry with trust and integrate your internal truth with your temporal reality. If you have a job or in a relationship that actively pulls you from your spirit, you must deal with it or leave it. Who you are forever is who you are now. Woof! Let nothing impede that power. When you own it, absolute self-realization in both worlds will elude you no longer. Stand up for what you, not only for what you know is right, but who you are. Do not allow anybody to diminish you, and don't diminish your beliefs for anyone. You have the right to have faith, to have your own faith. And to be able to be proud of your faith, no matter what anyone says or thinks. Sometimes you belong to certain organizations and they frown upon you belonging to other organizations, but then they really don't. So let's say in some places, if you belong to certain churches, you cannot become a Mason or Eastern Star and stuff like that. I can't figure that one out yet. At all. It's ridiculous. It really is. But because of the nature of the beast, you can't really discuss it with them. So, and some of those pastors, they know better. They're just fronting. Oh, don't think they don't. Some of them are brothers themselves. Yeah. You'll never know, because you'll never know. It's a gimmick. It can be. It can be. And they're not the only ones. Every walk of life. That was just one that I'm familiar with, so I use that as an example. They ain't the only ones. And they ain't Illuminati and all that other nonsense. At least not all of them. But there's nothing wrong with belonging to those kind of organizations, because you know what? As much as people want to say, oh, whatever negativity they want to say, I don't even need to repeat. I remember one story I heard recently. I was talking to a lady about, the Eastern Stars and Masons and things. And we would talk. Well, actually, the conversation was more about these police killings and things like that. And, people being afraid to call the police when they were experiencing, domestic violence or having problems with a family member. And this lady she's up there. She's been around a long time. She's in her 90s. And she said that was one of the good things back in the day, especially for women. If your husband or your brother, whoever it was out of line, whether they were being violent or cheating, whatever, if he was a member of the lodge, you could make a complaint. You could actually file a formal complaint instead of going to the police, if you were experiencing domestic violence and stuff. And the brothers would step to the other brother. And even if your husband wasn't a brother, the brothers would step to him anyway and straighten him out. And she said a lot of times that's what they did, because they weren't comfortable calling the police in on these matters, not because the police wasn't going to do nothing. They were afraid to put their husbands or their, brothers or whatever in the hands of law enforcement for whatever reason, and, we're talking, 70 years ago, 60 years ago, So these organizations serve their purpose just like they do in every nationality, in every religion and whatever. They have organizations that are positive. But if you find that the organizations that you're affiliated with at this time, and it could be your job, it could be your boyfriend, your girlfriend, your husband, your wife, if they're going to try to hinder you or make you take down away from what you believe, even if you've done it in the past, the time for that is over. If you got to respect theirs, they got to respect yours. And if they can't, well, then I think it's time for somebody to shove on off. I think that's what they're saying. You have a responsibility to your family, to your legacy, to your descendants, to your DNA. No matter who you married or have relationships with or whatever, they're dependent on you for something. They expect you to do a certain thing the way they expect it to be done, the way you were raised. So they're expecting you to perform a certain position. And it seems that they're trying to notify you that it is time to Free yourself. Stop acting caught up. That song, Caught Up, like Me and My Man, right? Okay. Yeah. Young hearts, run free. Don't be no fool. Right? Young hearts, run free. Don't be no fool and caught up like my man and me. That's what it said? Yeah. Old songs y'all don't know nothing about. Some of y'all do, because I see my demographics. We hear y'all. Okay. You do have to learn how to bend. You do have to learn how to compromise. And you have been compromising. You have been bending. You've been doing the work. You've been doing the work. That's why you're being recognized as such. Guardian of the family. But you can't allow yourself to be taken off the path. You cannot allow yourself, after all that you have been through and all that you have done, you have provided security and protection. You have sacrificed. You have prepared. And you've loved. But now, it's time for you to find your bliss. Go tell it on the mountain. Continue learning and growing. Meditation. Heal your soul. Do your work. Allow yourself not to feel guilty. You're not stopping anybody from joining you. You're just not going to keep sitting with them in the mess. There's love. They can come. There's more than enough room. You've been looking out for them all this time. All this time. But if they don't want to come, there are other people who are willing to learn from you. You're holding up the class. Oh my goodness. All right, so let's see if we can get something from the numerology deck for you, Aries. Any further information? Forgiveness. 96. Forgiveness. Is there a water sign in your life that you need to forgive, Aries? A Pisces, maybe? Just saying. Let's see what forgiveness is about. That's different from forgiveness, y'all. Forgiveness. This card indicates a need to forgive yourself and others for past actions that may have caused you pain. By drawing this card, You are being encouraged to heal any unresolved anger, hate, jealousy, resentment, or guilt that is blocking your success. Such emotions are toxic to your body and hold you back from attracting a harmonious life. For the sake of your health and future happiness, you must forgive the past. Forgiveness doesn't necessarily mean blessing, forgetting, or condoning the unsavory behavior of others. It means releasing yourself from a self-created prison so you can move forward with your life. When you come to accept and move on from real or perceived betrayals, you create a happier future built on freedom and inner peace. Bitterness only attracts disharmony, misery, and pain. Thus, forgiveness is the best way to set your spirit free. In order to improve your current situation, you're being asked to adjust to and harmonize with the natural rhythm and cycles of your life. Cycles that are encouraging you to forgive people, situations, and behaviors from the past. By reliving past misfortune, you run the risk of attracting more of the same. But when you forgive, let go, and move on, you can make your dreams come true. You improve your prospects for the future when you practice acceptance and forgiveness. 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 I create a happier future as I accept and forgive the past. Forgiveness. I kept saying forgiveness, right? But there's a reason why. Know that you are forgiven. Know that you are forgiven. You have been forgiven. Believe it. They were just experiences that you had to have. There was never any reason for you to feel guilty. There was never any reason for you to feel guilty because you had to have those experiences. That was part of your journey. That's not for all of you, but that's for some of you. You'll find out later on which one of you it is. Soon enough. Okay, let's see if we can get a message for you from Romance Angel Oracle. Just because I know. You're like, lady, get to it. Deception. Someone is wearing a false face, a false self-mask in this relationship. Could be you fooling yourself. Doesn't mean that you're being lied to or anything like that. Don't go rushing out with the fire hose. It could be you not wanting to face the facts that it's time to move on. Or that you don't believe what they believe and you want to be open about your own spiritual beliefs. That could be. Maybe you've been faking it all this time and your people don't know that you don't believe what they believe. Ooh. Ooh. That's all kinds of shady. Ooh, Aries. Or maybe this is to tell you that someone around you has been faking it all this time. And they don't believe what you believe. They never did. I don't know who that's for, but it's for someone. Wow. That's real important. All right. Well, that'll help you not feel so bad. When you decide that you're going to go, that you're going to continue forward, that you're not going to keep playing this game. But you won't know that until that person tells the truth. You can't just go off of this. I mean, you can, but you can't, you know. You have to give them a chance to explain themselves. But maybe you knew it all the time anyway. Or maybe they always knew that about you. Oh, it's getting ready to come off. It is. Yeah. Yeah. Caught in the ooh. Somebody don't want to hear that. When that caught in the ruins moment comes about, that's when that deception mask might be coming off. Either before or during it. I don't know if it's going to create it. I don't know if it's going to create the Tower moment. Or if that's going to cause, if the Tower moment is going to be the cause of it. Let's see what we get from the Angel Answer Oracle by Doreen Virtue and Radley Valentine. Yes. But remain positive. So you or the person that you're involved with has been making you believe, or you've been making them believe all this time that you believed what they believed, but you didn't, or they didn't. Really? Oh, and now it's getting kind of serious because you got an assignment. Can we find out more? Oh my goodness, it's over an hour already, right? But hey, stay with me. Let's see if we can clarify this deception card, please. Who is it around Aries? Let's get some clarification about this deception that's going on in Aries' life. And the situation is blocking. Nine of Pentacles. Ten of Swords in reverse. Okay, well, this is going to be a freeing. This person is going to feel free. Like a burden is going to be lifted. A burden is going to be lifted. Someone who wanted to be comfortable. Someone who wanted to be comfortable. This could be a woman around you, Aries, who's very independent. Very wise. Earth sign. Or air. This person worked hard to become comfortable. They kept the money in order, but they were taking care of themselves at the same time. Not a bad thing necessarily, but you may feel that. You may feel backstab. This may have something to do with your money. This deception may have something to do with your money. And maybe when this makes you feel, this is for some of you or someone that this is okay. So this is why you're going to be feeling that they don't believe what you believe. You're going to think that they're a hypocrite, or they don't believe what you thought they believed, because they were stealing. Or they were doing things behind your back when it came to money, but you're finding out about it, or you found out about it. It's been going on a long time. 9 and 10, 19 years, 10 years, 9 years. Somebody's going to find out about it. The Emperor card, upright. This could be you, Aries. You're going to find out about it. And then you're going to have to make a decision. Or a decision is going to be made by someone in regards to this. This could be a judge, a lawyer, arbitrator, an accountant, elder family member, male family member, pastor, counselor. This is going to happen quickly. You're going to hear about this. These messages about this situation this is going to happen pretty soon, and it's going to happen quickly. It's going to be resolved quickly. Or there's going to be a lot of flurry, a lot of movement suddenly when this comes to a head. When this deception gets revealed, this card. Okay, Aries, I'm back. I'll take care of that. Thank goodness. I'm pretty sure I didn't erase it. I'm uploading it now, so we'll be able to do this and finish it up. But I just picked up the deck. Oh, excuse me. Hold it. That's me on the YouTube back there. All right, so I'll have to overtalk it so you don't hear it. You probably won't. So I went over here and I said, oh, wow, this is on the bottom of the deck, and it was the Ten of Pentacles. But then I went to pick it up and look, and this is actually the bottom of the deck, Judgment. So I guess that card that was on top wanted to be part of the conversation too. So again, the Ten of Pentacles upright and Judgment. Okay, so I guess this is saying that at the end of this, you're going to get your wishes. And there's going to be a judgment, a final judgment. And it might have something to do with this emperor, or maybe have something to do with you, that maybe you're going to have to make a final judgment about this person in this situation so that you can have your happy ending and get this over with. Right? I want to... This is the same reading that I'm uploading. I think that's what's going on. Okay, hopefully it's not too distracting. If I get up, I'm attached to this thing with the Wonder what? No, I don't even want to take the chance. Anyway, I think it'll be all right. Anyway, So this deception is someone around you that may, whatever this is, when this is revealed, it's going to be a relief. It's like unburdening, but it's going to be some truth about some money. Could be about some investments. And this could be an attorney. This could be someone who's looking into this for you. If this isn't you, Aries, but that very well could be you. All right. And this is going to happen soon. These messages, this movement, this information is going to be coming at you very shortly. And then you're going to have to make some kind of a judgment. But you're going to get what you deserve. You're going to get happily ever after. Well, we already know that. That was going on in your main reading. This is just something that came up. That maybe the deception is that you or the person that you're involved with is going to finally confess that they never believed what you thought they believed or what they thought you believed. Something like that. But it's going to be straightened out. It's all going to come to a conclusion. So let's see if we can get a card from the Until Today deck by Iyanla Vanzant. Well, my goodness, really? Okay. So the first message that came up here is, I have permission to spend time with myself. I have permission to spend time with myself. Until today, you may have been totally absorbed by the people, duties, responsibilities, and obligations in your life. Just for today, absorb yourself in yourself. So this is telling me that you need to make decisions based on what it is that you are supposed to be doing. Like I said, your family, your ancestors, your lineage is dependent on you to do certain work. And if it means that you have to leave certain people behind, then that's what you got to do. But you have to sit down and decide that for yourself, not based on someone else's perception of what they think that you're supposed to be involved in. All aspects of who I am is important. Okay, so this is, again, talking about standing up for who you are and what you believe, right? Until today, you may have believed that having a dark side makes you unworthy to seek and receive the light. Just for today, remember that stars only shine in the darkness. Transform the energy of your dark side to enhance your star quality. And maybe it's only the dark side because other people have been telling you that it's the dark side. I don't know why I said that. There are people who walk around in grown-up bodies who are not adults. There are people who walk around in grown-up bodies who are not adults. Until today, you may have been confused about the differences between grown-ups and adults. Grown-ups blame. Adults accept total responsibility for themselves and their actions. Just for today, spend some time examining yourself to ensure that you're developing adult qualities and behaviors. I cannot hide what I think, what I feel, or who I am. Until today, you may have made excuses for not being fully present in loving relationships. Just for today, be devoted to being fully present in all of your relationships. Share the truth about your thoughts and feelings. Share the truth about yourself. Aries. You made it last month. You were advised. You've been advised. So you already know. And you know what you have to do. And you know what you're doing. What you're supposed to be doing. So let's just step up to the plate. Put it all out there. And let the chips fall where they may. Your chips are going to be fine. Other people got to worry about their own chips. Okay? So I hope you enjoyed this reading. It's over an hour. But let's just get you one more message from the Postcards from Spirit by Colette Baron Reed. Okay. Thank you so much for sharing and liking. Please subscribe. Don't forget to subscribe and comment. I love getting your comments. Also, I have the Instago app, if I didn't mention it already, and I'll be leaving that information in the description. With the Instago app, you can contact me with a question, and I can answer the question, one question at a time. And all of that information will be in there. It's you have to do the whole HTTPS part of it, I believe. But it'll take you to my little Instant Go. Right now, it's available on Apple, but it may be on Android also. I don't think so yet, though. But some days I'll be available for video chat, and some days I'll be available for live question and answer, like a telephone call. But right now I'm going to be doing it so that if instead of writing me an email, you can send me one question, and it'll be $11.11 for a question. So that's a lot less than getting a video reading, and it'll just be one text. But ask the question, I'll answer it back to you. All right. Card that came out for you, Aries. With love. Dearest you, as you think, so will you experience life. Thoughts that are powerful, they need minding. Let the unruly, chaotic ones settle down so that they serve you or get released instead of wreaking havoc. These thoughts arise when connected to the energy of fear and often masquerade as the truth. Yet the real truth is that essentially all is well. Of course, you have thoughts that are positive, strong, organizing, accepting, creative, open, and so on. Those are the ones we want you to keep on thinking. And they have a less frantic quality. They're stimulating in a good way, and they don't get away from you. How do you keep an inner eye on your thoughts? Meditate and leave judgment out of the mix. Everyone has those fearful thoughts. Love them. Love yourself. And then choose the thoughts that you want the world to reflect back. Life is not as hard as you think. Loving you, so much. So they addressed many of the concepts that we talked about in your general reading here. Fear masquerading as truth. Being creative, keeping an open mind. Finding your bliss, remaining positive. Forgiveness. Guardian of the soul family. And meditation. Your initiation into the Council of Saint Germain. So, let me hold this up here so you can read this for yourself later on. Thank you so much, Aries, for joining me today. I hope that these messages resonated with you. If they did, please like, share, subscribe. Okay, make comments. Let me know what's going on. Let me know what went on since last month. Has there been any marked improvement? Do you feel a change in your spirituality? Do you feel like you're being guided towards a different goal or a goal that you've always wanted? Has your burden lightened up over the last month or so? Give me a comment. Let us know what's happening. You can send me an email, pbtarot7@gmail.com, and you can get your personalized readings, or we can make an arrangement for a video reading on Messenger. Okay, so I'll be talking to everybody real soon. Thank you so much for your likes, your shares, and your support. I just love doing this work, and I appreciate your enthusiasm and your dedication. And again, my family and I thank you so much. And as usual, we'll be praying for everybody, okay? So again, I'll see you all for your love bites in the middle of March. They'll take you through April to May. Okay. Anyway, don't worry about it. I got you. All right. So be talking to everybody soon. All right. Love you guys. Love you guys. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye. Amen.